Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast with your hosts, Justin Rademacher.
And Justin Vandeventer.
Who's that?
Me, the host.
The co-host.
No, the host.
No, we're both hosts.
Hostesses.
We're hostesses with the mostesses. Hosts with the mosts.
That's right, baby.
That's what it is.
How's it going, guys? Missed ya.
Hope you're doing okay.
God, yeah. How you guys been?
I can't hear them.
I can't either.
My neck hurts.
I know. We're both kind of under the element right now. I'm getting over a cold.
And my neck is just really sore.
Roddy can't rotate at all.
Nope, I can't. I can barely do no.
He looks like a mummy right now. It's kind of funny.
But you know what? It is what it is.
But we're here. We're here for you guys.
Yep, we're doing this because we need to, because you want us. I hope.
And we love you.
Love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
So.
What have you been up to?
Oh, softball's over.
Okay.
But then it's starting back up again because I got fall ball.
Okay, yep.
Golf we got one more week of golf and then playoffs. Other than that, work and more work, man.
Yeah. I've been the opposite.
Had my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
August 1st was my birthday, so past probably after you guys will see this.
What is that, 61?
62.
62.
I'm
That's what it was.
almost get that senior citizen discount. Getting close.
Nice.
Look great for my age, don't I?
You look really good for your age, dude. I don't feel good for my age.
Yeah, you don't look well.
I don't look well tonight at all. But you know what? I'll look better tomorrow.
You don't look well for your age, and I probably don't sound well for my age.
Not tonight. We do other nights. It's just we're having an off night, and that happened.
But it's going to be a good night.
It is going to be a good night. We got some good stuff. We actually have a little bit of a twist to this episode. It's just us. We don't have a host this episode, or a guest, I should say. We have two hosts. We don't have a guest, but we did add something.
And we're changing it up.
Yeah, we cut the questions in half. And now we're going to do segments. So we're going to do a question hour and a segment hour. So that way it splits it up. If you guys want to listen to one week, listen to the other hour the next week. Or if you just want to listen to both hours right away, back to back, you're working out, you're in your car, whatever you want to do, you get to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're also we're looking into some music. We're going to get some music in the podcast.
Yep, we're hoping to get that here very shortly. Probably not this episode, but if you hear music this episode, then I'm wrong.
Right? We don't know yet. We're hoping, but it's not likely. But we're going to get there.
Yep.
We're going to sound professional by the end of this.
It's going to look real good.
We're going to sound professional and be like, all right, we're done. We got it.
Yep.
We nailed it.
And then we're going to stop.
Yep. Done.
Yep.
No,
I'm done.
No.
Once it looks good, why go further?
Right? I always say that. When you do the best, what do you got to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Why go further?
Yep. Well, sweet. Do we just want to... Well, I didn't say what I've been up to.
What have you been up to?
So I've been the opposite. I actually have not really been working a whole lot. I've been in between jobs, and I just had my first day of work. Yeah, I got a new job. Yeah, I'm working back in marketing. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the name, but maybe eventually I can. But back in marketing, and I'm actually working this week here in Minneapolis, and I will be heading back and working from home after that.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, buddy. You seem like you really like it. You're looking forward to this job.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good fit for me.
Yeah, I think so.
So, get a living cloquet and yet do the job that I liked before.
You seem more enthusiastic about this job than the last.
Yes, the last job was not good.
You seemed to like it in the beginning, but you were never as excited as you were to start this job.
Well, that's because what was told to me was not reality.
Right.
So, that happens.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep.
I'm happy for you, though, man. Congrats.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited. And,
Something you're passionate about, too.
Yeah, yep. It's what I got my degree in.
Right.
So.
Should we hop right into questions?
Get right into it? Sure. So we got our first hour is our questions. Again, we cut the questions in half this time so we can do our segments after that. My first question is, what's something that you've seen or heard about that really inspired or motivated you at the time? Just kind of in general, I just wanted to open that up to any time frame, something that really inspired or motivated you.
There's been a lot of movies that do that for me.
Okay.
You know, like Miracle.
Miracle, yep.
Miracle made me want to go just win.
Yep. That's the tennis one?
No.
I know, that's...
the hockey movie.
Oh, I was going to say figure skating. I'm going to make a lot of people mad.
Yeah.
I actually know what it is, and I love the movie. I'm just playing, guys.
Especially being from Minnesota, you're really going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate. We got to have somebody, right?
Right. Now, like... that, and there's been a few others, you know, where I just, yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mostly sports movies.
Yeah, a lot of sports movies, or you know, a couple action movies maybe. I mean, if there's a good action movie, like you get out of there, you're like, God, I feel like I could take on 5 guys right now. That's a good inspiration, you know.
Yep. And then you realize that your neck is hurt and you can't do anything.
Yeah, or you can't really talk, or you're coughing nonstop.
Yep. You're like, oh, that was a good...
A couple of dramas, too, can make you feel like going the opposite way. Where, like, you see somebody like, God, if that guy, you know, that guy did it with his ailments, I should, what am I doing? I should be able to power through this.
Yeah. Dude, I just recently started, I haven't finished it yet, but 127 hours. You ever seen that?
No.
It's the hiker that gets his arm stuck in between a cliff and a boulder.
Oh, and he's stuck there for 127 hours?
Yep.
I've heard, like, I think I've heard about this, but I've never seen it. Is it good?
Like I said, I just started it. Whew. I wanted to finish it, but I was too tired, so I turned it to a different movie so I could finish it later, because I didn't want to just forget what part I was on.
Oh.
So, but yeah, so far, it's, well, I should say it's bad because, well, he's stuck.
God,
but,
I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
It'd be crazy. 127 hours just hanging by an arm.
Yeah, and I'm only like the first day or maybe the second day in.
Wonder what kind of injuries he came out of that.
Well, I don't want to give it away, so.
Yeah, don't give it away. You tell me later.
Yep, I'll tell you later.
He had to have, like, torn all the ligaments in that arm.
You'll watch it. You'll see.
Yeah, I'll have to see. Okay.
But, well, something that really inspired me, I actually heard this from one of my past jobs. This was in a meeting, actually. So it was actually really cool because I wasn't intending to be inspired or motivated. But all of a sudden, the person up at the front just started talking about bamboo trees.
Bamboo trees.
Bamboo trees.
Okay.
And she's talking about it, and with a bamboo seed, you can put the bamboo seed in there, and it can sit there, and you water it, and you water it, and you water it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. 5 years of watering that seed, nothing. 5 years, and then all of a sudden, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. 90 feet in 6 weeks. That's 3 feet per day.
Like your wiener.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
I know.
I thought it was one of a kind.
Yeah. Mine actually is. It's since I've been born. it grows 3 feet each day.
Boom.
Man, I wonder how long that would be. That'd be a long one.
Too long.
I don't think any girls would like me. Maybe I don't think any guys would like me either. I think I'd be all by myself. I'd probably be stuck in a room or something because I couldn't, if I go somewhere, I just get stuck in there because how am I going to get out?
Right.
That would suck. I wasn't thinking of that. I don't want that. I take it back.
Yeah, right. So keep going. What's the story of the bamboo then?
So that's the story. Like, it's just, so the story is the thing that motivated me was that it doesn't matter how long a project takes.
Okay.
Like, it inspired my comedy, actually, because I've been writing comedy for so long. I've been watering my comedy. I've been trying to grow it.
And all of a sudden, hopefully,
nothing happens. But maybe someday, maybe I'll find a different avenue to take. Maybe maybe something different is going to happen. Maybe it's not stand up. Maybe it's video. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something that doesn't even exist yet, and I can tweak it. Maybe it can be a TV show, a movie, like something.
Find something.
But
maybe it's a podcast.
Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it'll just all of a sudden,
boom,
take off.
I like it. Yeah, who knew bamboo would be so inspirational?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know any of that about bamboo before that meeting, and it just really inspired me.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My first question. What is one thing that you hate to do as a part of your morning routine?
One thing I hate doing, not really hate, but the thing that I least like is brushing my teeth.
Really?
Yeah. I like the after effect. I just don't like, basically I don't like brushing my tongue. Because when I brush my teeth, I brush my tongue, and I try to go back as far as I can, and it makes me gag, and I hate it. And I have to do it though, because I want the cleanest breath, so I try to go back as far as I can, but it's just not pleasant. Maybe I should change it up, but I just do it because I want better breath.
Is that the first thing you do?
It varies.
Yeah.
I don't really have a set morning routine. Sometimes I'll shower, then brush my teeth, then I always put deodorant on after the shower.
Are you a morning shower?
Morning and night. I switch it up.
Okay.
Or both. Sometimes I do both.
Really?
Depending on the situation.
Okay.
I really like showers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
Just bathing, period. Being clean.
Being clean, but I just like the shower because it's like a waterfall is coming down on you, and it feels so
relaxing.
nice. Yeah. And then if you have it hot, it's like a hot tub falling on you. And then if it's cold, it's just like a nice little cold massage.
Nice.
That's how I feel. So I'll take them as often as I can. I try not to take them too long, just because I don't want to waste water. But
nice.
No.
For me, getting dressed.
You don't like getting dressed?
No.
Oh.
That means I got to start my day.
Mm.
That's just.
Nah.
Let me just lay here a little longer. I don't
mind getting dressed, except for tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably gonna suck with my neck.
I see. I know where I am the opposite though. I love brushing my teeth in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I wake up, I got that morning breath. I can get rid of that shit taste.
You got to do that immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel ya.
So, but yeah, if I'm laying in bed, I don't want to get dressed right now. Just want to lay here a little longer.
I don't even think about getting dressed. I think most mornings I must shower. Not every morning, but most mornings, because I usually don't think about getting dressed until later in the morning, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of a routine.
Right.
But what's the best food that you've had that was in the least likely spot? Whether that be at a dive bar, at maybe just my example is actually at a community college.
Really?
Yep. Do you want me to just go into mine?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me. No, you got me interested.
I know. So I was at North Hennepin Community College. That's where I went for one semester. And their concession stand had the best grilled cheese sandwiches in the world. And they were super cheap. I can't remember what they were. They were either $1, $2, or $3. And I would constantly have to get one. Every day I would get one because it was so delicious. It was super easy. You can make it at home, I bet. But the way they did it, I kind of understand how they did it. It looked like they toasted both sides on the oven, on the stove, and buttered both sides, and then put the cheese in. That's how I think they did it. I've never been able to exactly replicate it, so I'm trying to figure it out. I should just go there and see if they're still doing it that way. But that was the best grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be super surprising, but when I lived in Indiana, they had the fall food festival. I think I've talked about before.
Yep.
They had some amazing food there, but that's where you should find food.
I was gonna say that is a food festival, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So, I guess the craziest thing was in college. Was we did a lot of grouse hunting, and there was a kid that lived upstairs, and he was a little different. Nice kid, but just a little off, you know. But he came down with some food. We gave him some other grouse, and so we always did like cookouts. It was like a multiplex apartment. There's 2 downstairs, 2 upstairs, on the end of each building. And so all the time we'd be like, "Hey, I'm making this. All right, well then I'll make this, and I'll make this," and we kind of like ate out. And so we had grouse, and he goes, "Oh, can I have some of the grouse? I got a recipe for it." And we're like, "Sweet, all right." And he made like this rice, the chicken rice, and he threw the grouse in with some kind of like seasoning, and oh my God, was it good. And I wish I would have got the recipe because it was the best dang rice, like meaty rice I've ever had. So delicious.
That sounds like it'd be really good. I love rice and meat, any kind, like just deep fried rice, like stir fry. Oh,
Yeah, it was
it's my
so
favorite.
good.
Just add any sauce you
The
want.
seasoning, like it,
The seasoning, sauce,
and
whatever.
the rice was cooked perfect. You know how it's not dry, but it wasn't like wet either. Like it was perfect. I was like, God, it was the best. I could have ate the whole bowl, man, like the whole pot that he made.
Yeah.
So that was probably the most.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
all right. Out of everything you have in your house right now, what would you use as a weapon for a zombie apocalypse?
Man. Well,
Because I know you're not a weapon guy in your house. I mean,
well, I do have a machete.
so that's what you're picking?
I'm picking my machete.
You're taking the machete, huh?
It's not a great one. It's like a $15 one, but
You're not going to throw some blades on the old discs?
I don't think that'd work. I'd throw, like, I'd have to literally like go put all the blades on the discs. Like, how much time do I have?
You're preparing for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
You're not in it.
Yeah, but then I'm
Are you going to
limited.
get creative and make something, or are you just going to go with the machete?
I wasn't thinking that far.
You know, like
Dang. Well, I mean,
taking
I got a
you
22.
taking a
Do you
baseball
think?
bat and wrapping it in some.
I got a 22. Do you think that's enough?
Yeah.
I got a lot of bullets. I'll do a 22.
22's cheap, too.
Yeah.
You find bullets for those anywhere.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'll do my 22.
Rifle?
Yep.
Nice.
How about you?
Well, we got a few handguns. Got a couple shotguns at the house, and we got our rifles. It's tough.
Yeah. You guys have way more than.
And I got my bow.
Oh, I got a bow too. I don't have many arrows though. I have a few, but not enough.
Man, the bow would be kind of smart because I have a compound bow, so if it broke, which it shouldn't, but
Yeah. But I mean, then you can reuse your arrows.
right.
Hey, you'd have way more arrows than me. I
I
have
would-
like 4.
I think I might have to go.
It's tough.
Yeah, because shotgun would be good for close range.
Yep.
Rifle would be great for long range.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go with my rifle.
Okay.
I shoot a 270. We
Yeah.
also got a 30-30. The 30-30 might actually be better, but,
Well, plus that'll keep them away, hopefully.
but I can't get away from my 270. My 270 I'm deadly with. I don't miss with my 270.
And then you're sticking with that.
I'm probably going to go with that because I can pick them off close range with that too.
Yeah.
But if I have to go close range, I'm probably going to go with my handgun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I
And
mean, that is the close range gun.
Dad's got a 44 mag. that would blow a hole. Like,
Yeah.
but then we also got a 22 Glock,
Oh. Interesting.
which would be fun.
Yeah.
And it's a magazine, so that holds quite a few, and boom, boom.
Yeah.
My 9mm.
Man, you have a lot of different options.
I'd probably go with the 9mm, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to go with, because it holds 14 in the clip, 1 in the barrel. Multiple clips, boom, I'm good to go. I'm going to go with the 9mm.
Sweet. That took a while.
Yeah.
You have so much to go through, though. I didn't.
But if you're not good with a gun,
Yeah.
I would say
22 is good.
for someone that doesn't shoot much, for you, like I would give you the shotgun.
Okay.
Wide range,
Yeah.
bigger spread. You less likely to miss.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm gonna go with the 9mm.
Sweet. All right. What is the funnest sport or activity that you've played? I'm gonna restart. I don't know if.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. What is the funnest sport or activity that you've played that you wish you could play more? I have a few of them if you want me to start.
I got one, and
Okay.
I don't know if you think I was gonna say this.
Okay.
Baseball,
Oh, interesting.
because I can't play it to the level.
Yeah, that you used to. That's a good answer,
I
though.
would like to go back to that
Yeah, that's a good
if I
answer.
could.
No, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I just
missed that.
assumed that was something that I know you don't play. You play softball,
Yeah.
but no, I have a few. Have you ever heard of bouldering?
Explain.
So it's like rock climbing,
Okay.
but sideways.
Yeah.
Yep. I did that in college. I did that for.
I did that in college too,
Yep.
actually.
I did that for a while. I don't know. It wasn't super long, but I did it for a while, and I would just go and I would boulder for like across, and your forearms would literally be
just
on
fire.
fire.
Same with your
Like-
calves, right?
A little bit, but my forearms were more.
So when we were taught, we did it. Did you do like on a wall?
Yeah. Yep. On a rock. It was on a rock wall. It was a
Yeah.
long, tall rock wall at St. Cloud State.
Yep.
And I just did the whole bottom. Oh, you went all the way there and all the way back without touching the ground. It was a long ways too.
We when
For
I
me.
did it, we started in a seated position.
Ooh, interesting.
That's why I said the calves,
Yeah. I don't remember. Maybe I did, but I don't remember.
because you got to really like
Yeah.
curl your toes in to get started,
Yep.
to get your butt off the ground, to get started. And holy cow,
Yeah. I guess I don't remember that part.
we started. That's how we started a few times. Like we had one guy. He's like, if you really want to get good at bouldering, this is the way you should start, because it'll really get you to. I was like, holy cow,
Yeah.
how do you do this, man? He did it like no problem.
Dang.
But yeah, I've done it. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of
It's a
fun.
great workout. I took 2 semesters of rock climbing, and it was a lot of fun.
I guess I didn't ever take a class on rock climbing. I took this is one of my other ones, badminton. Badminton. I took a
It's
badminton
fun.
class. That was
I
a
played
lot of fun.
badminton this weekend.
Oh, nice.
It was fun.
It's such a fun game. But yeah, otherwise ping pong and billiards, pool. Those are ones that I'm pretty decent at that I would like to play more. I just don't.
My freshman year of college, we had a pool tournament in the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
I won.
Nice.
I got lucky, but I won.
That's
There
cool.
was
How
some-
many people were in it?
I think there was like 22 of us, so it wasn't like a small tournament, but
Yeah.
and I did pretty good. I was on a run. That's how I am with pool, though. Like, I'm either going to be really good that day or
Yeah.
I'm going to suck.
Same. I was usually hit or miss. I like in college, that's when I was the best. And now if I played, like I'm still good, but I'm not nearly what I was then because I haven't played as often.
If I'm going to play good at pool, I need to change my contact. Like, everything's got to be good. Because if my contacts are going out just a little bit, I'm fucked. Because I'm missing just...
Slightly.
Pool, you got to be
Yeah,
precise.
It's a very precise game.
So,
Sweet.
I didn't know you were a pool player.
Oh yeah. I played quite a bit in college. And ping pong I played quite a bit. I got really good at ping pong. So if
Nice.
anybody wants to play that, I'm good at
Okay,
that.
I'm not that great at it. Like, my brother-in-law is phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
Andy, he's
Oh, yeah.
really good.
Maybe I should play him.
Him and his brothers play all the time.
Do they have a table?
Yeah, well, they used to. I don't know if they
Oh.
still do anymore.
I'll have to challenge him.
You should see their new house.
Yeah.
They got a pool table now.
Oh, sick.
Came with the house, and it's a legit, like, it's granite. It's a granite table.
Ooh.
It
Damn.
me, Andy, his two brothers, and his dad, and me. We had to move it, and it took all of us, and we couldn't pick it up.
Oh, you literally had to slide.
We literally had to slide, and it took all of us just to get it to, because it's granite,
Yeah.
heavier than. Oh,
So
shoot.
it must have just come with the house because they're like,
Yeah, because they couldn't move it.
yeah.
I guess the guy said it was like a 3-piece, came in 3 pieces. So he's like, yeah.
Dang. That's nuts. That'd be
Really
cool.
nice table, though.
That'd be cool to
Really
have.
nice table.
Man, I want to go play on that and then play him in ping pong.
Yeah, you get a real true roll on that, too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sweet, that's all I got for that one.
perfect. What movie do you think best describes our friendship the best?
Took me a little bit to decide which movie. I think this is the funniest, and it might not be the exact, but Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's up there. I didn't even give that a thought.
Yep. Because sometimes we're just kind of, when we get together, we're just kind of loose and
And goofy.
yeah, loose and goofy.
I went with the Odd Couple.
Okay.
The same two guys from Grumpy Old Men.
Yep.
Where you're all neat and tidy, and I'm kind of loosey goosey and a little messy,
Yep.
but we're still really good friends, and nothing will really come between us.
Yeah, nothing really bothers
Yeah.
either of them about the other.
Yeah,
Nah.
we both get along,
Yep.
and when push comes to shove, we got each other's back.
Yep.
Those were two great freaking actors. God, I wish they would have made more movies together.
You're talking about,
Walter Matthau.
no, and Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, those two. Yeah.
Just kidding.
I just saw actually a interview with Sean William Scott,
Yeah.
and they were talking about that, and he's like, he had a pretty interesting career. He's like, yeah, how I didn't win more awards in the beginning, I don't know. Like, when we came out with Dude, Where's My Car? He goes, man, me and Ashton,
That was,
we thought we were coming home with the Emmy for sure.
yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one. That's why I picked it for us.
He goes, we get done with a scene, we'd be like, yeah, we're getting a medal for this.
It's funny. All right, what's the funniest thing that you've what's the funnest thing that you've ended up doing because you were beyond bored?
We created a game when I was a kid. When we were at church, I went to church a lot as a kid, and when my parents would be like at choir practice or Bible study or whatever, we'd always be out on the church playground, and they didn't really have a lot there, so we had to create games out on the playground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we created this game called Shoe Fling. You'd go on the swings, and then you'd fling your shoe, and then you got so many points for, like, if you're the furthest, boom, you got 1 point. If you're second furthest, you got 2, and then so on and so forth. And the lowest man, after 10 rounds, won. So we played Shoe Fling a lot.
That's fun.
We were bored as ever, and we created a
Yeah.
game.
That's funny. I like that. Something I would do as a kid. I loved coming up with games as
Yeah.
a kid. Always coming up with new rules, especially to help yourself win.
Yeah.
You're playing against somebody, you're like, no,
Yeah.
that's not a rule. Right? You can't change
It
the
is
rule.
now.
Yeah, you can't change the rule. Well, it's my game. Yeah, I can.
Right?
No, mine, I was working at a mini golf place, and I got there early in the morning, right?
Okay.
and it's raining. I showed up for my shift. I'm like, hey, I don't know if you guys want me to work my shift today. It's pouring rain, and it's supposed to pour all day. Like, do you want me to go open up? Yep, we want you to go open up. We'll just give it a few hours, see what it goes. I'm like, all right. So I opened it up, waited for a couple hours, nobody, pouring rain, nothing to do. So I called him, like, hey, still nobody. It's pouring up here, and I don't think we should open because now the greens are soaked, and there's no reason for people to even try to mini golf. Nope, you got to stay open. It's supposed to clear up in a couple hours. Okay.
I think I know who your boss is.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So after that one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have fun. Well, I was watching TV the whole time. I was watching Scrubs.
Yeah, that's a great show.
I know, I love that show. So I was watching Scrubs, but after a little while, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play some mini golf. So I made my own mini golf course inside the mini golf course hut. So that was pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
I only made a few holes because it wasn't super big, but it was still interesting. I made my little holes, so it was kind of difficult, and I put the clubs as like the walls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I had all the equipment. It was easy.
We used to do that in the house up in Indiana. Me and my sisters, we get like shoe boxes,
Oh yeah.
cut them, and make like a little ramp, cut a hole in them.
Yep.
That's pretty fun.
That would be fun.
That's cool though that you did it at work.
Yep. Yeah. It was. Well, I was sitting there literally just twiddling my thumbs
Right.
watching Scrubs. I'm like, you can pay me all you want, but I'm not helping your business. And I did everything I could to help their business. Like, I didn't care if they were getting paid because I was going to go home and watch Scrubs.
Right.
So I'm
You're
like,
getting paid either way.
yeah. So,
Nice.
nah.
All right. What is your all-time favorite movie?
I never know how to answer this. I actually was asked this in my interview at my newest job,
Oh, really?
and I was caught off guard because I never have like a clear answer for this.
I don't either.
I said Step Brothers during the interview.
That's a great one.
I love that movie. I just love the actors in that movie. There's so many other movies that I love just
So
as
many
much.
good ones.
But recently I was thinking like of a movie that I haven't seen in a while that was like shocking to me. Like at the time was The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Batman.
Ooh.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
That was a very good movie. And that was Heath Ledger
Yep.
as Joker. That was an incredible movie.
I went old school. Went with the Goonies.
Ooh, The Goonies is a good one.
Like, I tried to think of a movie that if it's on,
You're watching.
I gotta watch it. Like, there's nothing better than the Goonies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like that with Step Brothers and The Dark Knight. I'll watch them regardless of when it is in the movie.
I thought about Dumb and Dumber too.
Dumb and Dumber. Man,
'Cause,
there's
like,
so many
I've
good
seen it a
movies.
million times, and I still.
Yeah. Man.
And then I thought about Top Gun
Yeah.
because
Are you going to go see Top Gun 2?
I can't wait. Can't wait. It's been pushed back because of
I know.
COVID so many times,
I know.
and then the reason I was gonna go Top Gun
Yeah.
was because I've seen it a million times as well. And I still, every time I watch it, pray to God that Goose is going to make it. I know he's not. But I'm like, this is the time. He's going to make it.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to survive this.
Is this a spoiler?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Goose doesn't make it. I'm sorry to
No.
tell you.
Does Goose lose his feathers?
Yeah.
Damn it.
But my first crush was in that movie. Meg Ryan.
Oh, I was going to say Tom Cruise.
Yeah, him too. Meg Ryan was so hot in that movie. Oof.
Yeah, you've mentioned her before, for sure. All right, my last question before we get into our new segments. Where is the weirdest place you've ever got yourself stuck?
So, I thought about this, and I didn't really get stuck, but I'm going to say I was stuck. because I was paid to go into here.
Okay.
In Indiana, at the bowling alley, in the ball returns, the tracks were metal. Not plastic like you see at the ones that we bowled at now. Mm-hmm. But the track for the ball going to the ball return was steel tracks, and the track jumped. It's in two pieces. It jumped and overlapped onto the other one.
Yeah.
So every time the balls would come up, it would scratch, scrape, and nick the hell out of the bowling balls. So they needed the track to be
perfect.
Yeah. So nobody could fit down in there, and they didn't want to tear up the lanes. So me, as like a 10, 12-year-old, and somewhat mechanically inclined, I had a brain on me as a kid,
Yeah. Yeah, what happened to that?
I know. Way off now, right? What happened? Probably because I got shoved in a hole.
Yeah.
So they took, the wood plank that you can remove in the approach.
Yeah.
Took that out, and they shoved me under. And they put me on I don't know if they I scooted. They just kind of shoved me in there, and I scooted, and I crawled into there, and I fixed the lane like that. And I was pretty much stuck. Like, nobody was there. I wasn't getting out.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm too claustrophobic. I'm not like super claustrophobic, but that is too much for me. I couldn't do anything like that.
Yeah. So that was probably the weirdest place I got stuck. College, rock climbing. We were. If you're out there listening, it was legal, but we kind of trespassed a little bit. But there was this rock wall, a bluff, or whatever you want to call it, that we passed all the time, and it was like our last day of living up there. And I go, dude, we got to climb that before we leave. Like, I don't know if it's whose it is, but we drove by it every day, and I'm like, I really want to climb that.
Yeah.
So we went and climbed it. And I got to a point where I got stuck. I couldn't find any more footing, couldn't find any handholds or nothing like that. And I thought I was going to be stuck there. Like, I started hyperventilating. But eventually I found a way to get back up.
Nah.
I found another foothold. I created one. And we get to the top, and there's a guy. What are you guys doing here? It was his land. And we were like, oh, sorry. He's like, there's people up here that have shot people for less. And I was like, holy, we're just kids, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But that'd be scary.
He turned out to be a no kick,
Yeah, he was understanding, and he's like, okay, just
He goes, just don't come back.
Yeah, leave and don't come back.
Yeah. So
that's a cool guy. I like that.
But we shouldn't have been there, but at the same time, I'm like, we've lived here. I'm not leaving here without doing that.
I never actually did rock climbing. I only did like the rock climbing wall. Yeah. I never actually did actual rocks. I've
only went like 2 or 3 times actual, but that's all we did too.
I don't have the finger strength. Like, it's different when you have the big chunks of like whatever that is, plastic or rubber or whatever that is. That's way different than actual rock. Like, you'd get so calloused up.
And then when you get out there, it's a lot more dangerous than the rock wall too.
Yeah, and
when you go to grab something and it breaks off, and you're like, oh.
And you need an actual bag of chalk. I never had a bag of chalk. I just had the chalk that they had. Yeah, right. So I'd put it on before. I never carried it with me.
Right.
So like when you're actually on a rock, you just put some on your hand, then go to put some on your hand. Like, you know what I mean? I never wanted to do that because I wanted to get into it, but I didn't want to get into.
Right.
But yeah. Now the weirdest place that I've ever got stuck was, remember that apartment that I lived on the 3rd floor? The one with the 2 saunas?
Yep.
So I got stuck on the balcony.
No.
Yep. So I went to sit out on the balcony. I was just going to have a pop or something, just watch the night, or just listen to the sky. And I closed the door behind me, and all of a sudden I heard a click.
It latched on me.
and there's no key from the outside. You just lock it. And I'm on the third floor.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen. I'm on the third floor. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And so I'm like sitting there, like, I didn't have my cell phone. I don't even know. Yeah, I had a cell phone at the time. I just didn't have it on me. Because I'm like, well, I'm going to the balcony. I don't need a cell phone. And so I'm like sitting there. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I didn't know what to do. I was like there for like 5 minutes. And then finally I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try and just lift the door, see if there's any give on the top. And there was just enough give to get the door undone. So I was able to get in. So because I was literally considering just
jumping down,
climbing down. I wasn't going to jump down.
Or climb from balcony to balcony.
Yep. I was going to, and if I saw the neighbors, I was going to be like, hey, sorry, I'm stuck on my balcony. This is the only thing I could think of.
Man.
And if I saw them, I'd probably, like, if the neighbors below me were there, like, I didn't want to shout because it was like probably 10 o'clock at night. So it was like people are starting to go to sleep, and I live by families and stuff, so I didn't want to wake anybody. And I figured if I did climb down and there was a family or there was somebody there, I'd just be like, hey, do you mind if I just walk through? I need to get to my apartment. Like,
that's crazy.
Even though I don't even know if my apartment was locked, that could have been an issue too. Then I would have been down there, locked out of my apartment. I wasn't even thinking of that.
Right.
I'm glad I got in, though. Yeah, that's the weirdest place I ever got stuck. Well, for a little while. I got out.
That is pretty crazy. Oof. That'd have been scary.
It was a little nerve-wracking, yeah. I wasn't nervous at first. I heard it, and I, like, pulled on it. I'm like, this sucks. Just stay calm. How can we get out of this? And then after a while, I'm like, I'm not having any ideas, and I'm starting to worry, and now I don't know what to do. And so that's when I started getting nervous.
That'd have been funny.
But
Just think if you were naked.
oh, I was. Why wouldn't I be?
Right?
Nobody can see you on a balcony, right?
Right? Exactly. All right. Being comedians, would you rather do a half hour on Comedy Central right now for your first special, or would you go straight to an hour special on Netflix? Which would you rather have?
I kind of want to go the traditional route and do Comedy Central for a half an hour, just because, even though I don't even know if I don't watch TV a whole lot right now, so I don't even know if they have the half hour specials anymore.
Yeah.
But that's how I would like to do it, especially since then I would be able to kind of narrow down and get a tight 30, because I think it'd be easier to get a tight 30 than it would be to get a tight 60.
Right.
It would just be really cool to have a Netflix special, though. I just don't know if I'm ready for an hour. I feel like I'd be ready for a half hour. Others would definitely disagree, but I guess it all depends on what you like. And
Right.
but I'm gonna stick with the 30 minutes on Comedy Central.
Okay.
How about you?
I thought about this long and hard. Because I really, yeah, she did. No, not all the time, but one time. I thought about it because traditionally I would have liked to gone the Comedy Central route.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, just traditionally.
But it just doesn't have the same as it used to.
Yeah.
So I think I would go, because people have better success rate going the hour on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll put a big boost to your career.
Yeah. Do you think you have an hour right now?
No.
Yeah. That's the tough part. That's why I was sticking with the 30, because it's...
I could do 30, I think.
Yeah.
And be a pretty solid 30.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a tight 30, but it'd be an okay 30.
Yeah. I feel like I'd have a tight... I feel like I could do a tight 15 if I needed to. And I would like to do a tight 30 for the Comedy Central special, but I mean...
You know what I would like to see out of you, though?
What?
I would like to see the comedy special on Netflix.
Yeah.
but I don't want you to do stand up. I want you to do almost like a Bo Burnham kind of thing that he did,
Yeah.
where you do your video clips.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
Like you did on...
Yep.
He's got a YouTube channel now, folks.
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. I don't even remember the name of it, but just look up Roddy. Wait, Dad Jokes with Roddy is what it's called.
They're pretty good. It's really
only
good.
It's only one video right now, but I plan on making more.
But an hour special of like that
That would be really cool.
would be cool.
Well, yeah, I feel like that gives it a little more power.
Yeah.
Makes it a little more relatable,
Yep.
and people understand the joke a little better, especially since I just move on to the next one like immediately. I don't give you time to think about it, and I feel like with the video you're just like immediately you're like next one, next one, and it like kind of hopefully builds on itself. So
Yeah, I like it.
that's the goal.
That's what I would like to see out of you.
Sweet.
So
Sweet. Do we want to get into our newest segment? Our segment hour?
Very first new segment.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was an hour, but if it wasn't, I'm sorry. But we are going to get into our segment hour. And so we have 5 segments that we're going to be getting into. Then we're going to do our dedication like we always do. We don't have a list of comedians. We're just going to do one dedication like we said moving forward. But we have 5 new segments for you guys. So the first segment we're going to talk about is food. We're going to talk about what interesting foods that we've eaten recently. This one we're going to kind of open up since this is the very first time we're doing the segment. We're going to talk about what foods that we have had in history that are interesting. Then we're going to do what interesting foods we have eaten in the last 2 weeks in between episodes, so you guys kind of see our interesting lifestyle in food world.
Well, this actually came to me. You know, we thought about 2 weeks. To be honest, it will probably be, I mean, occasionally it will be 4 weeks.
Occasionally, yes.
If we stick to...
Yeah, we have a weird schedule.
Every other... We're guest, then us,
Yep.
guest, then us. So it might be 4 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, because we don't actually air these in the order that we
Record
them. It's up in the air, so you never know when or where we are recording. You probably wouldn't be able to tell that we're actually recording in a hotel tonight unless you hear the air conditioner. Or I haven't heard anybody else. I have one ear off just in case somebody's knocking on the door or something. But yeah, you never know when or where. But yeah, so the first segment is food. So what interesting foods have you eaten?
Some crazy foods that I've tried in my life. I've done the sticky icky where you eat a bug.
Ooh.
I've done the chocolate covered grasshoppers.
Mm.
I've eaten octopus, alligator. I'll eat anything, to be honest. I've tried almost everything.
I've had
Squirrel.
most of what you said. I didn't have squirrel. I've had octopus. I've had alligator. You actually had me try alligator.
Gator's so good. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah, what was that one that I really liked there? That juicy one.
Deep fried oysters?
Oysters. That was really good. That was an interesting one for me.
Deep fried oysters were good.
Yep. That was probably my craziest thing. I didn't know what it was. Actually, there was a crazy thing that I ate once. I didn't know what it was. So we actually had a competition when I was working at a bowling alley one time. We had a kitchen in the front, and we had a bowling alley kitchen.
Yep.
So we had a restaurant kitchen, bowling alley kitchen. I worked the bowling alley kitchen, and I had a competition with one of the chefs in the restaurant. And our competition would be one of us would deep fry something without telling the other person what it is, and the other person had to eat it and try to guess what it was. And so, like, as we did this, he came back one time with a tan ball. I'm like,
Okay.
what can you deep fry to make it tan? Like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just the breading. I don't know. And so I ate it, and I was like, really good, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. It tasted really good, and it was very familiar. And it was deep fried tuna fish.
Oh, wow. Was it good?
It was really good.
I bet it was.
I would definitely have it again. He did like some sort of breading with it too, and I think he's done it like after that too. Like he's done it before, like or he's done it after he did that with me because it was so good. Because then he tried it too. But we would do like deep fry Laffy Taffy, or we would do Tootsie Rolls, or just random things to just kind of trick the other person into eating something that might not taste good, but might taste good, you know? It had to be edible. That was the rule.
So what's the craziest thing you given him?
Well, those were my 3 examples that I remember the most.
Okay.
But
Wow. That'd be fun.
it was fun. Yeah, we did a lot more. I can't remember the other ones, though. Because then after that, then we started getting into making burgers and Juicy Lucy style.
Ooh.
But he would make me a Juicy Lucy that had bacon, jalapenos, cheese in the middle, and ham. He would put all that in the middle of the burger and then put it on top of the burger, put chili on top of that, and let me eat it.
Dude, that's like the Farnick burger. When Eric used to work at the bowling alley, he threw all kinds of stuff, and then he threw like cheese sticks on top. And,
something that is very messy, but really,
so good.
yeah.
So it got to the point where we were like, "Hey, we'll take the Farnick." Oh god, it was so good.
That would be. I would eat that for sure.
All right. How about drinks?
Drinks. Probably my least favorite drink that I've ever had is an Irish car bomb. I don't like those.
We used to do a lot of them because Jason, used to hang out with me and Kevin.
Yeah.
He's Italian, so we always do the car bombs all the time.
Yeah. No,
car bombs and Irish flags. Or he's not Italian. He's Irish.
Okay. Well, yeah, Irish.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. That's why we're on here.
Yeah. So yeah, it was always car bombs or that. We do the flags.
I don't know what a flag is.
It's a layered shot. It tastes terrible, but we did tons of them.
Yeah, the Irish car bomb. I think it was because the very first time I took it, the bartender gave it to me in a plastic shot glass, the cream, and you're supposed to drop it in, right?
Yep.
And it floated.
Oh no!
And it tilted, and it started like mixing, and then it started like curdling, and then he's like, "Well, you're supposed to like drink it right afterwards." I'm like, "It didn't fall in." He's like, "Push it in and drink it." So I did, and it was the worst texture, flavor.
I bet you almost
everything.
puked. Did you puke?
I feel like I did. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, I would be shocked because I'm a puker.
All right.
How about you?
I don't drink anything super. I mean, we used to do when I drank when I was younger. I never puked. I wasn't a puker, so all my friends would always try to get me to puke. And at the end of the night, they'd always try to come up with these shots. So they didn't have names for them, so they just called them beef curtains. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where they came up with it. But, they always, all right, we're going to order your beef curtain tonight. I'm like, all right. So then they go up to the bar and be like, hey, we need that, and that. And the bartenders would be like, who are you giving? Like, they'd be like, this is the nastiest shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, go deliver it to that guy. If they put it in front of me, I'd be like, boom. All right. And they'd be like, nothing? You're not even going to make a face? I'm like, just doesn't, like, I can drink it. Like,
yeah.
Nothing.
Wow.
They got me to puke one time.
What was it on?
It wasn't even alcohol. Like, it was alcohol, but it wasn't like alcohol. It was margarita mix. Just straight margarita mix.
Oh, yeah. Just all that sugar.
Yeah, it just something it hit me wrong and boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Yep, no thanks.
So, but the reason I brought up drinks is because For you, you drink a lot more crazy things than I do. You always try for that sugary,
Yeah,
sweet,
but I love that
crazy
stuff. There isn't anything that, well, I've had stuff that isn't great, but I mean, it's something that I would, at least I was okay trying it that one time just because it was new and interesting. But I like that stuff. And you'll definitely I'll have to say those because we're only going to do like 2 to 4 weeks.
Right.
So I'll definitely be drinking something
Exactly.
weird.
Especially with the way Mountain Dew's going right now, too. They're coming out with something different every day.
Oh, yeah. There's a very special one coming out, I think, for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
I think it's gingerbread.
Ooh, wow.
I know.
Did you see their new one, that orange one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's an orange one and a yellow one.
Yeah.
They're both similar. One is pineapple and coconut, and then one is pineapple, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember 100%, but that's what it tasted like to me.
Welcome to our foodie segment.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
kind of liked it.
That was good. What's our next segment?
Our next segment is sports and fantasy. So in this segment, we are going to talk about
Dragons.
sports not dragons. No, dragons. Sorry.
You said fantasy.
I know.
Unicorns.
No, not unicorns either. Sorry. We're going to be talking about dwarfs. Happy little
okay.
people running around all the time.
Then I'm happy.
No, I'm just kidding. Fantasy. We're going to talk about our fantasy football, baby.
Fantasy football's coming up.
Or like I do fantasy baseball. Sometimes I'll do fantasy golf.
Yep.
I'll talk about that. But if I'm going to be talking about that, you do golf. You do frisbee.
Disc golf.
Disc golf. Yeah. Dude, long day. All right. It's late. Drove a long time.
Yep.
You do disc golf tournaments, and I don't do the tournaments. So when I talk about something like that, you'll be covering that.
Yep.
Or, vice versa. We're going to be talking about sports we're in at the time. Bowling, softball, golf.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff. So it's going to be about us.
And what we've done in the last little while.
And then we're also going to talk about our fantasy football teams, draft strategy.
Yep.
Stuff like that in this segment. So, do you want to start in this segment or just...
Sure. Well, I guess I'll start with the fantasy stuff. We got our fantasy football draft coming up on the 29th.
Okay.
So we got that coming up.
Yes, we do.
I'm excited for that.
I'm going to win in that, so...
Yeah, that's not true, but
they call
I'll
me
let you
the
think.
champion, baby.
I'll let you think that. And, so I'm excited for that. We're going to do it at Buffalo Wild Wings that day. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
The
That's going
wings.
to be delicious.
Oh.
I think everybody's going to be there. Aaron might not be able to make it, but I'm hoping he is.
Okay.
Ryan said he has to work that day right now, but he's trying to get it off.
Okay.
But everybody else seems like a yes.
Okay.
So we should be good there. For that league.
Matt going to make it? Matt's going to make it now?
Oh, he might be late.
Late.
Yeah, he might be
But
late.
his brother will be there.
Yep. Seth will be there. And then Matt will be a little late. Dante should be able to make it for most of it. If he can't make it for all of it, he has to work later that day. So he might have to leave partway through.
All right. Since neither of us have it, since we already know, if you had the number one pick, who you taking?
That's tough, dude.
Really? Is it between two people for you right now, or is it between a lot of people?
It's between a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got it between two people right now.
Who are your two?
Christian McCaffrey
Okay, yep.
or Dalvin Cook.
Okay. Well, those are definitely two options for me.
Who else you got up there?
I know it's a dumb thing, but I did it last year,
Okay.
and it worked out.
Okay.
Like hardcore. I chose, and it wasn't number one overall, but I chose Pat Mahomes, first round, and then I got Tyreek Hill, round 2, and that combo
Well, yeah,
won
that's 12
me
points every time you score a touchdown.
so many games, dude. So many games. I didn't win the championship, but I had the most wins in the regular season, just because of those two. I think one of the 2 weeks, I think I only lost twice, was because of their bye, and then another one was because they did okay. The other weeks they just killed it.
All right. Let's go through fantasy right now real quick. your number one person at each position. So we'll start
Man,
off.
I would have had to think about this because there's a lot of options.
I know. We're just going to do it real
Yeah.
quick. Just real quick. So we'll start. I'll name a position. You name your guy. I'll name mine.
Okay.
Quarterback.
Pat Mahomes.
Yes, I'll agree with that. Otherwise, yeah. Who's your biggest surprise at that position you think is going to be this year?
I got to go with the Jags.
Oh, you're going to go with Lawrence?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think he could be he's got a good team around him.
You're going to like mine. Matthew Stafford.
Oh, yep.
I think he's going to have a big year with your wide receiver core.
Yep.
And your line.
The only part that really sucks is that we just lost our running back. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, Cam Akers tore
ACL.
Achilles.
Oh, he done.
Yep, he's done for a while.
Okay.
So, but I mean, we still have somebody that we feel confident in. It's just we're not going to have the guy that we were expecting. So.
All right, running back. Who do you think is going to be number one?
I'm leaning towards Cook. I like Cook with the Vikes. Maybe McCaffrey, though, because he didn't get a play last year. He was hurt.
Yep.
Maybe he'll come back with a vengeance.
I got to go Dalvin. Dalvin's my boy.
Yeah. What about Saquon? He might come back and want a vengeance, too, because he was out.
I just don't think he has the offense there.
Nah. Yeah. It wasn't. That's true.
I don't think Daniels is as good as everybody says.
Nah. I wasn't even considering that.
I think what's his name from Kansas City is going to have a big bounce back this year, the rookie
Yeah.
from last year. I think he's going to surprise some people.
Mm-hmm.
Who else am I thinking of? I'm really interested to see what's his name from Chicago. Because he was in top 2 or 3 the last 5 games of the season.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
I can't think of his name either. But Chicago's running back.
Yeah.
So, all right, wide receiver.
Man. I got to go with my boy Tyreek Hill again.
You think he's going to be number one? He wasn't even number one last year.
I think he's going to be, though.
Okay. Do you know who was number one last year? Ex-Viking.
Ex-Viking. Oh, Diggs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be number one again this year.
I didn't know he was number one in fantasy last year.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. He did really well. Oh, Packers guy. He killed me in a couple weeks. Yeah, he's the one that he's the reason I lost the playoffs. He got like 40 points when he was projected at like 20. And I needed 30 points or something.
Alvin Kamara cost me.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns or whatever he got against us.
Mm-hmm.
That killed.
Yeah, that killed
wasn't a championship in 3 freaking leagues, and
yep.
all 3 of the leagues I'm facing Kamara.
Yeah.
Cost me the freaking championship in all 3 leagues. I'm like, really?
Wow.
Like, and it was a Thursday night. That ruined.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. For me, I think Justin Jefferson has a chance to be number one.
I think that's a stretch.
Really?
Yeah.
He had like 1,400 yards as a rookie.
Yeah. But
now here's why I'm going to tell you I think he's going to be number one. I think his roles are going to flip-flop because I don't think Thielen is going to be as good as he was last year. I don't think he's going to be as big.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, he has Thielen. There's a lot of other really good wide receivers, a lot of good quarterbacks, so that's why I'm thinking it's a little bit of a stretch. But who knows?
Yeah. It's really up in the air, to be honest, at the wide receiver position.
Yep. But
tight end? I think this one's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's nobody anywhere close.
Yep.
He's like, I mean, it was like when Gronk was Gronk.
Yep. I think we should just stick with that since this one's actually gone for a little while.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
But sweet. Our next segment.
Wait, before we leave, I got to talk about my golf game.
Oh, okay.
Because something happened that I've never done in my entire golf career.
Hole in one?
Nope. God, I wish.
What?
It didn't happen, but it almost did.
What almost happened?
I almost got an albatross.
Really?
Par 5. I hit a monster drive, 320, 327, somewhere around in there. I'm 193 out, 194. And I smoked the pin.
Really?
Tap in eagle.
Dude. That's pretty impressive.
It was a great shot. I got to go over this tree that's in front of the green. Mm-hmm. It's a big tree. I'm 193 out. I took a 6-iron, hit it perfect, pured it, and I'm like, I knew I couldn't. I was normally at 193. I go with a light 5, but I hammered a 6. I can hit my 5-iron probably 210, 215.
Yeah. But
I can take off. I'd rather take off, rather than try to power something. Because usually when I power something, I kind of slice it a little. But I'll just go with a 6 because I knew I couldn't get my 5 high enough to go over the tree. So I power a 6. It just clears the top of the tree. And I'm like, yes. And it's going right at the flag. I'm like, perfect. I didn't think it was going to be this good. It gets over the tree, and all of a sudden I just hear, ting. I'm like,
and you thought
that
it was
hit the pin. Yeah, I go, it's in. Dude, I think I just albatrossed this freaking hole. You get up there, and it's a foot away, 2 feet away.
But you made your putt.
Made my putt for eagle. I mean, I could have closed my eyes and made the putt.
What if you missed that, though?
I would have cried. But it was a great shot.
Yeah. Dude, that sounds awesome.
So, that was our sports segment.
Yeah, that was our sports segment. Now we're going to get into our next segment, which is reviews. We're going to review one event, place, or thing. So we're just going to pick something.
Sorry.
And we're going to pick if we like it or we don't like it. We'll explain why not, anything like that. So our first thing that we're going to review is just going to be a fast food joint. I mean, we might do a fast food joint later on, but the first one I decided to do, I think, is one of my favorites, Taco Bell.
T-Bell, baby.
Yeah. So how do you, like I said, I have nothing negative to say about Taco Bell.
Oh, I do.
Will eat Taco Bell every single day of any week, any year, any time of day. I will eat it.
All right. T-Bell. The only thing bad about T-Bell, I don't eat it a lot at work, and there's a reason I can't eat it at work.
Why?
Because usually within a half an hour, I got to hit a restroom.
Yeah.
It's going right through me.
I don't usually have that problem. Sometimes I do, but I don't know. Maybe I just choose the right product to eat.
Off the menu?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it, though. I will eat almost anything on their menu and be good.
And the things that I do love on T-Bell, I get heartburn real bad.
I guess I don't have that issue at Taco Bell.
I do like Taco Bell, though, a lot. A lot of guys from work think I hate it because I'm like, we're not going to T-Bell. Because I don't want to have to search for a restroom halfway through a job. But I do like T-Bell. Do you remember the old style T-Bell where the old decorations and stuff?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The old logo and, yeah, the way that the buildings
They did
look.
that remodel so quietly and, like, it just disappeared.
Yep. Same with Burger King and...
Yeah.
McDonald's, I feel, is mostly the same, but, I mean, they have definitely changed.
They modernized.
Well, their outsides have definitely modernized, but, like, their logo itself hasn't really done much.
But they modernized the shit. Like,
yeah.
It used to be like a clown house.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And now it's like, ooh, look at that fancy eatery.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell is, I will eat, my favorite thing is the we call them the Crunch-U-Easies. I can't remember what the it's got the hard shell in the middle with all the meat and cheese, and then it's got the soft shell wrapped around. You can eat it in one hand.
Nice.
You know what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
I don't know either.
I call them a Cruncheweezy because it's crunchy,
It's like a country,
chewy.
isn't it a Crunch Wrap?
Crunchwrap Supreme. That's
Yep.
what it is. Because it's crunchy, chewy, and cheesy. So that's why in the commercials they would say it's Cruncheweezy.
The best thing they ever had was the nacho burrito.
Oh, that's a good one.
Their commercial was perfect for it too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, you like nachos? I'm like, heck yeah, I like nachos. They're like, do you like burritos? I'm like, I like burritos too. They're like, we got the nacho burrito, and I'm like, hey, let's go. I was so excited. I was like, yeah. And then they got rid of it. I was like, man, I need the nacho burrito back right now.
I mean, you're gonna have to talk to him. Send him an email.
I've written them letters.
Or you have?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh
like,
my
bring back
God.
the nacho burrito.
You
lady.
have not.
I
don't-
swear.
Damn.
Me and Farnick both did. Actually, I don't know if Farnick did, but we both. I did for sure. Like
Yeah.
it was my favorite thing ever. And that commercial was so good.
Yeah. You didn't like anything else at Taco Bell though?
Oh, I like a lot.
Nah.
I could eat the whole menu to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just
Not your.
it's not my go-to place.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's not like necessarily my go-to, but I would eat it at any time.
I feel
I'll
like
eat
it's
it
your
right
go-to.
now. Yeah.
I feel like it is your go-to.
It's one of.
All right, Domino's is probably your go-to, but
Yeah. Well, plus Taco Bell, I like it a lot because I can literally get basically everything that I need to fill me up for $3.
yeah, it's so cheap.
Yeah.
My favorite thing on the menu right now is the chicken chipotle melts. They're $1. Get 5 of them, freaking $5.
Yeah.
You're full. They're
Dude,
delicious.
I get anytime I go, I usually get 3 whatever I'm gonna get,
Yeah.
and it's usually $3 to $6.
Everything's so cheap.
Yeah. Man, I want Taco Bell. My neck didn't hurt. I'd go get Taco Bell after this.
So is that our review section?
Yep.
Nice. I feel like we should do ratings.
We can do ratings. Yeah, we can
we'll
change.
think
We can
about
do
it.
like review/ratings. I have reviews and comparisons is how I wrote it down, but we could do ratings too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
We'll work on this. I mean, these are just our segments. We're trying them out. We'll probably adjust along the way. But follow us along on this ride.
And let us know what you think.
Yeah. See if there's anything you'd like to change. Let us know.
We won't change it, but just let us know.
Right?
What's our next one?
Our next one is what we call Roddy or Vandy.
Roddy or Vandy?
So what we're going to do is we're going to name a few things and decide who it compliments the most. I picked 3 things. You picked 3 things. We didn't tell each other who we decided, but we're going to name the thing, and then you're going to tell me who you think it compliments the most. I'm going to tell you who I think is going to compliment the most. And we're going to kind of discuss it a little bit.
Yep.
So you want to go first?
I'll go first. So, who is most likely to be late to their own wedding?
Do you want me to name mine first?
Yep.
I picked you.
Me?
Yeah.
I picked you.
No.
No?
You know why I picked you
Why?
instead of me?
Why?
I'm very punctual when it comes to an event. Like, I'll show up whether I'm fully ready or not, just so I'm early and all that. Mm-hmm. Where you will sit and go, especially being your wedding day, I feel like you're going to want it to be perfect. So I think you might go, my tie's not right. My tie's not right. And you'll have to fix your tie like 10 times. Or these shoes just aren't shiny enough, or, you know? And I
Yeah.
think you'll lose track of time where I'll be like, I'm dressed. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you
That's
know me
why I think.
as well as you do then. Because when it comes to that kind of stuff and when it comes to like work, I've never been late to work. I've never been late to anything like an event. And it doesn't need to be perfect. I just need to look decent.
Right.
When it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to other stuff, yeah, I'm OCD and everything. But with that stuff, I'm okay with imperfect.
Right.
So
I'm always like, when it's a big event like that, though, I'm always like 20 minutes early.
yeah.
I'm never really late. Probably would be me, though.
No, the reason I said you is just because like every now and then like we'll go do something and you'll be like, yeah, I'll be like 20 minutes. And I'll be waiting, looking at my clock. 25 minutes later, dude, I'm like 10 minutes away. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Not often. I'm
that's
just
why
saying.
I say it's probably going to be me because of my family. My family's always out of my family. I'm probably the most punctual.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family is always late.
Yeah.
All right. Where am I? All right. Who is most likely to roll a strike on their first ball in bowling?
You. Vandy.
I picked me too.
Yeah. Hey, you're just a better bowler. Your average is better. You get more strikes than me.
I picked me, but I'm gonna say within the next couple of years, I'd probably switch the answer because I need more warm-ups.
Oh.
I'm just not. I don't loosen up like I used to.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're loose right off the get-go.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I get loose and I'm really good the first 2 games. And then the oil gets to me. Like, it's less oil on the lanes. And since I have so many revs, it usually I have to go Brooklyn by the 3rd game. So.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Who's most likely to die first in a horror movie?
Oh, that was easy for me. I picked you.
I picked you.
What?
Yep.
Why me?
Just because I feel like I have seen so many horror movies and I know basically every situation that's going to ever pop up in a horror movie and how to avoid it. At least for the first.
That makes kind of sense. Because I'm going to be the one probably trying to fight the dude.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to die.
Yeah.
Where you're going to be like, I know the perfect hiding spot.
Yep. That's why I did that, because I love horror movies.
So do I.
I know, but I feel like I've watched a lot of like just miscellaneous ones that like people have never heard of, and so that's why I picked you, just because of my horror movie experience in my head.
Yeah. I guess I never gave that a thought.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to probably try to figure out how to kill the guy, and you're going to try to figure out how to get away from the guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're more fight, I'm more flight, but who cares?
Right? All right. Who is most likely to get a number at the bar in the first 5 minutes of being in there?
I'm going to answer this 2 ways. I'm going to say Vandy.
Ooh.
Within the first 5 minutes.
Really?
Roddy anytime after.
Are you ready for my answer?
Yeah.
Because I went 2 ways. I went Roddy within the first 5 minutes and Vandy anytime after that.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I went you first because you are pretty more of a... You jump right in.
Well, I definitely can jump right in, but
I don't.
I jump in, but then
you dive head first into the water, where I will dip a toe.
Yeah.
I gotta check the lake out first.
Yeah.
Where you're freaking doing paddles, you're swimming around. You already talked to 5 other people.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
that's why I think you got the number in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a number in the first 5 minutes because I'm not talking to her within the first 5 minutes.
Have you ever gotten a number in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Me too.
But
I just feel like when I said you for 5 minutes, because I usually try playing like the longer game, and I'm not really good at closing the deal. I can close the deal with like a number, but I feel like
I pick you more immediate to go talk to her within the first 5 minutes rather than me go talk to her in the first 5 minutes.
I guess that makes sense.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. All right. Who's most likely to eat something off the ground?
I pick me.
I picked you too.
Yeah.
Even though I did eat a banana off the floor earlier. But it was like 2 seconds. So it wasn't super disgusting. To me.
Me, I always got the 5-second rule. I'm like,
Yep.
it's good.
Yep. No, I picked you because I've seen you, I feel like, break the 5-second rule.
You got to switch it to the 10-second rule every once in a while.
And then the 15-second.
I'm not eating anything. All right, but people, I'm not eating anything. Like, if it's nasty looking, I'm not eating it. But if I drop something, I'm like, it's still good.
Yeah. You'll find something on the ground and just pick it up and eat it.
Yeah. There's a little hair. I'll get that off of there.
Oh, yeah.
No. But to me, like, the reason I guess it doesn't bother me is because I work outside, so I got dirty. Like, there's been worse things that probably entered my body because of my hands being so damn dirty all the time. So, all right. Who is most likely to send out thank you letters at the end of like an event or something?
I didn't know you were supposed to, so I'm gonna say you. Oh,
I picked you.
Really?
I figured you were going to be the more of a thank you letter guy.
I was told that I had to when I was a kid, so I did when I was a kid. I just haven't really...
I didn't even when I was told to.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at
I guess
thank
I
you
would
letters.
then. Because I have done it, and I mean, I've done it not recently, but I mean, maybe I have. For one. I can't remember. But, yeah.
I picked you because you're more proper.
More proper.
Than me.
All right, you ready to get into our last segment?
Our last segment. Let's do this.
Before our dedication, we haven't even talked about who our dedication is.
No, we haven't.
No? I'm not going to say it yet.
No.
I'm going to let the suspense build. Oh, yeah, our last segment is called Would You Rather? That's when we were going to ask each other questions on would you rather do this or this? It's one thing or the other. So we're only going to do 2 of these. We might expand
2
that.
each.
Yep, 2 each. We might expand that depending on how long this segment is. But we're going to start with 2 and go from there. So my first one is, would you rather have fish scales or feathers?
Like covering my body.
Covering your body.
If I have feathers, can I fly?
Sure. And if you had fish scales, you could have, like, you can...
I could swim faster?
Yep.
Could I breathe underwater?
Yeah, a fish can breathe underwater. It's the mammals that can't. And they don't have scales.
So it's almost, would you rather be a bird or rather be a fish?
If that's how you want to interpret it.
I think I'm going to go with feathers.
Feathers? I said fish scales.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think, well, I mean, I just think it'd be cool to, I don't know, I think it'd just be like really cool feeling, you know, like if your skin was just all scales. Like, can you imagine that?
All right, here's the reason why I was going to go with fish scales and why I wasn't. Reasons why I would like fish scales is because I think it would be cool to just like fly through the water.
Yeah.
The reason I don't want fish scales is because after cleaning fish, like after you go fishing and you get those scales stuck on your fingers, they hardly get off. I hate that.
But it's your scales.
I know.
Like, they're going to be attached
to you. If they were mine, then I probably would like it.
Yeah.
And it'd probably almost be like body armor.
Yeah. I feel like it would be. A little bit. But, I mean, I feel like I would rather have the ability... I feel like I'd rather have the ability to fly than to swim. Because I would rather have the ability to go up high and see stuff than just be stuck in water. So maybe I would do feathers just for that. But... I don't know.
Yeah. The reason why I wouldn't, that I was thinking about not going with feathers are messy.
Yeah. They're dirty.
Dirty. Kind of nasty.
Yeah.
They fall out.
Yeah.
They leave messes. They're everywhere. Maybe I'll go with scales.
They poke you in the eye.
Yeah.
And you got a Dove pillow.
Right? They used to use them to write.
Yeah. People would pluck them off you.
Right? Yeah, would you rather be plucked or scaled?
Ooh. Not even gonna choose that one. They both suck. Plucked, maybe.
Yeah, I'd probably go plucked.
Because it's just like pulling out hair, I would imagine, maybe.
Yeah, I could pluck
Hopefully.
my eyebrows and that doesn't really bug me.
No.
But man, if you like de-skin me, well, that would
Yeah,
suck.
that would not be good. Yeah, because then there's nothing there.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather cook or order in a steak?
Cook, 100%.
You'd rather cook it?
Oh, I would much rather cook it. Even though they're probably better at cooking it, I feel like I'm better at cooking it the way I want it to be cooked.
Okay, so would you rather cook it or would you rather have like Gordon Ramsay cook it?
Oh, Gordon Ramsay.
So you changed your answer.
Well,
Boom.
not necessarily. Because you said to order in.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
you're ordering in from Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, but I'm not. But if you're ordering it in, so that means it's coming to my house, so there's time for it to cool off, and it's not as good.
Oh, you went in depth.
Yeah, because if that were the case, then I would rather cook it because then it's going to be more fresh. It's going to be more the temperature that I want, rather than a cooled down piece of meat.
I'm still going.
If I'm eating at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, yeah, I'll do that.
I think I'm still going to take my cooking,
Yeah.
even over like a 5-star chef.
Dang.
Not saying I can cook better than him, but
You just like your steaks.
I like I know how I like my steak, and I cook it pretty well.
You do a pretty good job. I won't lie. You make some real good steaks.
So,
All right.
yeah.
My next one is, would you rather have tentacles or wings?
Testicles?
Tentacles.
Oh.
Like an octopus.
I know. I was just kidding. I just wanted to say testicle. I still want to fly, so I'm going with wings.
Wings. I went with wings too.
But tentacles would be pretty cool to be like climb a freaking wall.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. And then you can like squeeze into like the smallest little holes and just
Slide
stay.
underneath the door.
Yep. I think I'd stick with wings though, because then you can drink all the Red Bull you want.
Yeah, boom. Got wings, baby. Yeah, flying would just be so cool.
Yeah, that would be. I feel like that would be my ultimate experience is to fly.
Well, I think
Like
we decided
without,
this.
yeah, without,
Superpowers.
yeah. If it was a superpower.
So, would you rather be a strong bird, like almost like an eagle, or would you rather be like a fast bird, like a hummingbird or a sparrow? You know,
Say that again. So I would rather be a fast bird or a what bird?
or a strong,
Oh.
mighty bird.
I'm gonna say strong, mighty bird,
Yeah, probably
like
me
an
too.
eagle. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Some talons.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. I'd like to be a different color than like any other bird out there, though.
Like what color?
Like I don't know, like a blue, but like a
Like
changing colors in the sun, kind of. You know, like
I mean, there's
something pretty crazy.
There's blue jays.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I feel like they turn colors in different lighting.
do you remember those old, where you kind of, like the old planners from when we were in like middle school, where you
Oh yeah, yep. I know what you're saying.
I want my feathers to be kind of like that.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be kind
Where
of
when
cool.
when I fly by in, if I'm at a different angle, I'm a different color.
Yeah,
Be kind of cool.
yeah, that would be interesting.
All right. Would you rather go hunting, or would you rather go fishing?
In my experience, I'm gonna say fishing, because I went hunting a couple times in my life, and it was okay. But just sitting there, you can't make noise. And then you're sitting there.
You can't make noise.
You still can't make noise. And then you're sitting there.
Still can't make noise.
Still can't make noise. Dad. When
What time are they coming?
Yeah, what time are they coming? Do we get to go? And when you're fishing, I mean, you still got to be kind of quiet because you don't want to scare the fish away. But you can sit there in the boat, enjoy the sun and all that. Like, you have warm weather typically, obviously, unless you're in a fishing house, like on the water.
Ready for this? It's a myth. You can be as loud as you want.
Ooh,
Fish don't have ears.
I didn't know that. I guess.
They can feel vibrations in the water.
Oh, so you can't, like,
As
shake.
long as you don't disturb the water, you're fine. But you can crank the music as loud as you want as long as it's not disturbing the water.
Interesting. Well, maybe everybody I went fishing with just wanted me to be quiet.
Probably.
I think that's what it was. They hated me.
So kids, if you're listening, your parents are lying to you. They just don't want you to be loud. They just want you to shut up.
Yep.
So I would rather be hunting.
Hunting. I could
I
see
write
that.
some of my best jokes in my hunting shack.
Yep.
And it's just relaxing.
No.
I don't get a lot of quiet
Oh,
in life.
in life,
so
yeah.
That's where I get my quiet.
I feel you there.
Get a little me time.
No.
It's nice. I like it. So that was my last one. I feel like we should do more of those.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more in the future.
Because
That one wasn't super long.
I definitely don't think we're going to have too long of an episode this time.
No. Well,
So we're
I
gonna have
guess you guys are gonna.
You get a little shorter episode, which for some of you guys that I hear complaining how long they are, enjoy this one.
Yeah, enjoy this one and quit bitching.
I mean, we can still stretch this out. I got plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah.
But we are to that point of the night.
Talk about
Our dedication.
who's our dedication.
We're doing it to somebody very special.
Who?
A Minnesota guy.
Me?
No.
You?
Mitch Hedgeberg.
Mitch Hedberg. Love Mitch Hedberg. I miss him.
Me too.
I never met him, but I miss him.
He was something special.
Yep.
So
Where did he start his stand-up?
we got a couple of facts that I looked up, and he started his career doing open mics in Florida, southern Florida.
Yep.
Mitch was born here in Minnesota.
Yep.
St. Paul fella.
Mm-hmm.
He's born February 24th, 1968. So how old does that make him if he was still living today?
Well, he was 37 in 2005, but do the math quick. 68. That'd be 32,
52, 53?
53. Yep.
He'd still be
he'd
still young.
Yeah, he'd still be hitting it hard.
He'd be just getting into his prime, I think, in
Yeah.
comedy. How old was he when he died?
37.
37.
Yep.
God dang, he was so young.
I know.
Well, he first became big in 1996 when he did The Late Show with David Letterman.
Yep, that was his big break.
That was his big break.
He did that show 9 times in his career.
Yeah, that was crazy. David loved him,
Yep.
I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, every comedian loved him.
Yeah, it was hard not to.
Yeah. And then after that, in 97, he won, so from Florida, he actually moved to Seattle. And then in Seattle in 97, he won the Seattle comedy competition. And that just kind of sparked a little bit more interest in him. And then in 98, that's when he got on to That 70s Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was on That 70s Show. I don't remember if it was, I think it was multiple episodes, but I don't remember.
I think he was on a couple.
Yeah.
First time he was ever arrested was in 2003
Oh,
in
wow.
Austin, Texas. I find that funny because now that's considered center of comedy now,
Yep.
which I think is still going to be LA.
You think so?
Yeah. There's just so much going on. Maybe Austin will catch up,
Yeah.
but there's so many comedy places in LA right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting that Mitch Hedberg, I don't know how many people knew this or not, but he actually had stage fright. Did you know that?
You think it was stage fright, or you think it was anxiety?
I think it was stage fright because that's why he always wore his sunglasses. He would always keep his head like tilted down, and he would keep his hair in his face. Sometimes he would even close his eyes. He actually had a joke about that too, where he's like, the reason I close my eyes is because I'm actually I'm envisioning an audience enjoying the show more than you guys. But then he would like always, he would stand up stage, and sometimes he would even like turn his back to the audience, like just say his jokes basically to the wall behind him.
I've seen him do that a few times.
Yeah. He would move in place, and sometimes he would actually like, when he was holding the mic, he would actually shake the mic because he was nervous. At least I don't know how far into his career that was, but that's what I've gathered.
It makes sense now, and that's probably his delivery. Always had that little bit of a shakiness.
Yep.
But it made it funny.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool thing. Here's the thing that I found. He died in Livingston, New Jersey in 2005.
Yep.
Right after he did a 40-show tour.
Jeez.
And his wife was his opening act.
I did know that his wife opened for him. I didn't know that it was 40 City.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's a huge tour.
Yeah, that's a nice tour.
Yeah. I mean, he deserved it, though, especially, like, yeah. He had a good career. Not a long career.
God, why do all the good ones got to be hooked on drugs?
Yeah.
Man, he was something special.
Yep.
That guy could deliver a joke, write a joke. He was the full package.
Mm-hmm.
He turned something so simple into something so funny. Like this simple, like his. I mean, if you break down almost any one of his jokes,
And it feels like
nothing complicated about it.
Yeah.
But it was a home run.
Yep. Yeah, he just had a way of making the uncomplicated, or making the ordinary, like, extraordinary.
Yeah. Yeah, he was so good.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know who Mitch Hedberg is,
Look up his stuff.
yeah. Like, that should be your starting point.
Yep.
Especially being from here. That guy, I mean, I think every comedian looks up to that guy.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do, for sure. Yeah, if you haven't heard of him, he's actually got a couple, like, stuff that you can listen to, like CDs that you can listen to on Spotify or wherever. But one is just called Strategic Grill Locations.
Ooh.
And then one is called Mitch Altogether, which I think is my favorite. But I can never actually decide. Then after he died, they actually made two more. Do You Believe in Gosh was made. And then the Complete Vinyl Collection.
Nice.
So
He never had like a TV special or.
he did like on
Did he
he
have
had
them?
Comedy Central, and yeah, he had like Premium Blend. And,
Oh, he did have a couple of those,
Yep,
huh?
Premium Blend, Comedy Central Presents. I think he had a bunch of that stuff too.
So there is video of him out there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of video.
I mean, other than like a home video.
Yeah, and there's like a
Nice.
bunch of him doing stand up on like David Letterman, and like if you just YouTube him, there's a lot of videos of him.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of the stage fright things I was talking, but you'll also see him just rock the
he
comedy
kill-
world.
Yeah, he kills.
Yeah.
I would love to have seen him when he bombed.
Yeah, he did say he did, but I never saw it. It was never brought to my attention.
Yeah, I would love to hear one of his jokes when he says that he bombed, because I just can't see it.
No.
I'm sure, and I know he has. I'm sure he has.
I would want to see it. I just wouldn't believe it.
I'd love to see it just because I'd like to see his reaction.
Yeah.
One of the coolest thing about comedy is when somebody bombs that I enjoy is watching how they react backstage.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes a good comedian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then learning from that experience and moving forward.
Yeah. Man, I just can't see that guy bombing.
Yeah. I feel like
I just don't see his material as like bombable. I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like all material is bombable. Because there was, I had a set where I thought I had picked really good jokes, and I bombed. I didn't do well. So it shows that no matter whether you think you have good material, it could obviously be on you, could be on the audience. There's many different things, because there's some comedians that they will say that they do the exact same show at the exact same place, and one night it kills, the next night it bombs.
I've bombed on jokes and stuck with the joke. Like there's many of times that I stick with the joke. I just try to rewrite it, readjust it. That didn't work that way, so I got to I don't ever give up on a concept too easily.
Yeah, there's definitely some jokes where I've given up, or there's some jokes where I've actually written, and then later on I see a joke that's really similar somewhere else, and I'm like, well, I'm cutting that because I don't want to look like I stole it from them. Even though I did think of it, it's too close. I'm not even going to use it.
Yeah. Mitch would have been awesome to work jokes out with, though.
Oh, he would have been the best person to write with. Especially for my style, because I feel like they're similar. Not exactly, but...
The groups that he hung out with, too, were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he hung out with Mark Maron quite a bit, too, didn't he? Right?
I think so. I don't know.
Doug Stanhope, I know, hung out with him quite a bit, toured with him.
Yeah, they like all the comedians at around that time, like they all knew each other.
He came up with a cool class.
Mm-hmm. But
Mitch Hedberg, man.
I can't say enough about him.
No.
If you guys haven't listened to him,
he's one of those comedians that I was actually sad. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's a few comedians that have died. I'm like, that sucks. You know, it is what it is. But there's been a few that it just like, God, that's felt almost like part of my childhood was gone.
Yeah.
He's one that was kind of like, God, that really hurts.
Mm-hmm. I was only 15 when he passed, so it took me a little while, because like I watched him and I like watched his Comedy Central stuff, but like I didn't really get into Mitch Hedberg until a little bit after his death. So I mean, it was at the time wasn't as dramatic for me, but yeah, so. I think that was a good episode.
Yeah, I
hope you guys enjoyed it. I did.
Like you said, if something you'd like to see changed or something you want us to adjust, I guess let us know.
Otherwise, like and comment on all the social media platforms, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, at
www.thestupidest.podcast.com.
/ I'm just kidding. I don't know what to add.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up like the guitar player.
Josh?
/
Oh. I was confused.
But yeah, go check out the website, guys. Go listen to some other episodes.
Yeah.
Go check out our YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah.
If you like us on Spotify, go. If you don't listen to us on YouTube, at least go subscribe. It helps us out.
Yep. Or subscribe to mine, where I have my one video.
Right.
Of my 2-minute and 31-second jokes.
He'll get more. I'll make him put out more.
I am going to put out more. And they're going to be better quality sound. I feel like they're okay individually, but as a group, the volume kind of fluctuates. It goes this joke is really good. And then I'll be, hey, this joke is really, really soft. And then the next one is kind of in between. And then the next one's really loud. And then the next one. So,
But the podcast is growing.
yeah.
We're getting there. We're going to get music.
Yep.
We're going to get intro songs. We're going to get segment songs.
Yep.
It's the plan, folks. We're getting there.
And we're
Slowly
gonna
but surely.
We're gonna have more guests. We're gonna have segments with our guests. We're gonna have questions about them. We're gonna have topics that we talk about during those episodes.
We're working on getting some ad space.
Yep, trying to get some ads going. We got
We're
some.
going to get some revenue coming in here.
Yeah, we got something in the works. So if you hear some ads, feel free to listen to those.
We're thinking about doing a Patreon.
Yep, if you want to do
We're thinking about doing video for the Patreon.
Yep.
And maybe one extra episode for those guys.
Yep, or a couple episodes. You
Yeah.
never know.
So, let us know what you guys think. What you'd like to see, what you don't like seeing. Guess we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Our next guest is Fred.
Yes, our next guest is Fred.
My
Your
dad. Fred Van Deventer.
Listen in for Fred next episode.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.